Afro-Asian Literature Series. Presents. Chinese Literature.
Hello guys, it's me again, Daisy G, and for today's video, I am going to discuss one of the Afro-Asian literature. So, this is the third part of my Afro-Asian literature series, Char. So, today, I will discuss none other than Chinese literature. But before that, let me just give you a fun fact about myself. So, I'm an avid fan of watching C-drama or Chinese drama. So, it started when I was high school and I watched Love of the Condor Hero. So, it's my favorite C-drama of all. And I also watch Ashes of Love and Love Better Than Immortality and many more. So, this kind of drama is an historical genre that sets in Chinese dynasty, which I will discuss for today. So, there are different periods in Chinese history. There are Qing Dynasty or Qing Dynasty, Shang Dynasty, Han Dynasty, Song Dynasty, and the later dynasty invaded by the Mongol led by Genghis Khan. So, let's go with Chu Dynasty. So, this was the longest of all dynasties. During this period, China suffered from several political disunity. So this era was also known as the Hundred School period because of the many competing philosophers and teachers. So the most influential among them is Lao Tzu and Confucius. Lao Tzu is the proponent of Taoism, while Confucius, of course, is the founder of Confucianism. So Lao Tzu stressed freedom, simplicity, the mystical contemplation of nature, whereas Confucius emphasized the code of social conduct and stressed the importance of discipline and morality and knowledge. Chu Dynasty is also the period full of chaos. So, scholars try to draw answer from the Chinese classic or earliest Chinese written documents referred to as the 5 classic, 4 books, and 13 classics. So, one of the 5 classic is the Book of Song or Shi Jing. So this is the oldest collection of Chinese poetry and a model of poetic expression, moral insights. So the poem includes court songs that entertain the aristocracy, story song that recounted Chu Dynasty legends, hymns that were sung in the temples, accompanied by dance and Greek folk songs and ballads. So, all these poems were originally meant to sing, and their melodies have been long lost. So, one of these is the Oriole Yellowbird. So, this poem was written to express the feeling of a young princess of the state away. So it represents the longing to return home. So this is relatable. I remember the time when I feel I don't fit to the world of other people, and that feeling of wanting to go home. Oh, memories bring back you. So, next is the parable of the Asian philosopher. So, this illustrates the Taoist belief and humanism of Chinese thought. So, in them, it can be seen as the relativity of all the things as they pass through man judgment, the virtues of flexibility, and the drawbacks of material progress. So, Example of this is a man whose axe was missing. So, um, woodcutters suspected his neighbor's son. So the boy walked like a thief, looked like a thief, and spoke like a thief. But the man found his axe while he was digging in the valley. And next time he saw the neighbor's sons, the boy looked, and spoke like any other child. So the nature of human, it is like being judgmental without a basis. So sometimes we are guilty of that. So we should never assume or accuse someone of something without evaluating ourselves first. So in most cases, we are the ones in wrong and are the cause of our misfortune. So sometimes when things is out of place, we tend to blame someone or something without thinking which was or which is wrong. So it shows that the world is unknowingly or prejudices towards other for no legitimate reasons. So don't do that. Next is the Taoism, or Taoist beliefs and influences are important part of classical Chinese culture. The Tao, or the way, means the natural course that follows, or to follow the Tao or to go with the flow is both wisdom and happiness. For Taoists, unhappiness comes from parting from the Tao or from trying to float it. So under this is Tao Te Ching, or classic of the way of power. So in general, Tao Te Ching is simplicity, patience, and compassion. So these three are your greatest treasure. Simple in action and thoughts. You return to the source of being, of being patient with both friends and enemies. You accord with the way things are, compassionate toward yourself. You reconcile all beings in the world, and you can see that in the realize the simple self. Next is the Tang Dynasty. So Tang poets, or the Tang poets, is in China's reportedly reached its height during the Tang Dynasty. So these were inspired by the scenes of natural beauty. So Tang poets wrote about the fragile blossom in spring, falling leaves in autumn, or the changing shape of the moon. So one of this is the compensation in the mountains by Li Pu, and miming by Tu Fu. So that's all for today for our Chinese literature. I hope that you learn from me again, and for my next videos, wait for it. Wait for it. So all my videos will be for educational purpose. And that's all for today. Goodbye.